What's up, visionaries?
What's good?
Welcome to another episode of Visions of Love and Relationships. I'm Tanya, and this is my wonderful husband.
Come on.
And we hope you're doing well as usual. And as usual, how was your week? Let us know. Put them eyes, put them hearts. Why ain't nobody putting in no eyes, no hearts? Work with us now. But anyway, our week was pretty busy.
Yeah.
A fun busy.
Well,
My baby got a special day coming.
yeah,
And so, so getting ready for the birthday.
You know what? We normally spend about 3-4 weeks, sometimes longer than that, getting ready for the birthday.
Yeah, but
Sometimes be about 2 months.
Yeah, but it only be because hubby don't participate. And you want to make sure you're doing what hubby want to do on his birthday.
Yeah, I'm in a big 4.
Yeah, you got to make sure you ain't doing it for yourself.
Yeah, because sometimes women get to planning the trips or things, birthday gifts for the husband. It be kind of catered around them.
Mm-hmm. Why you looking at me like that? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, so it's been going on around the internet and just some talk about how single women with children can't get a top tier man or can't get a man, can't find love.
Or shouldn't be looking for love. They should be
Right.
taking care of the kids.
Right.
Because now they're a baby mama and their duty is to take care of the kids until they're grown because they made the mistake of having kids before marriage.
Right. That makes me very salty just to hear all this stuff for a couple reasons. You know, the first reason being that I was hurt. I was that single mom before I met my forever man.
Yeah.
Before God sent me him.
Yeah.
So just because a woman has children doesn't make her a bad person, not date material, not wifey material. In fact, it's the opposite.
Complete opposite, I think.
It's the complete opposite. Because you and I ain't knocking you single women with no kids, but how do you know if they can cook? You don't know. They ain't got nobody to cook for. They single, so they probably going out to eat.
Yeah, they might know how to cook, but here's the thing: if you got a single woman, then more than likely, especially nowadays.
Well, look, cooking is one thing, but cooking with love is another thing. A woman with children cooks with love. She's feeding her family.
Yeah.
For the most part.
And a single woman, more than likely, she's just trying to get you fed.
Right.
Getting fed and feeding with love. Getting fed and feeding and somebody preparing a meal with love is totally different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and look, before you go get your drawers and panties in a bunch, these are our opinions. We are entitled to our opinions. And like I said, I was her. I was that single mama, so I got to talk about it. And he was that guy who married a single mom with children. Yeah. So we got a lot to say on this topic. Yeah. Okay, so we actually seen this video on Pop the Balloon or Find Love. Yeah. Okay, and it was Pop the Balloon, Find Love. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it was very interesting. Okay, so we're gonna watch this and we're gonna.
But the main thing that was interesting that a lot of the topics that are being put around the internet, it's always the negative side of things.
Absolutely.
So that's why we brought this video and wanted to speak on this behalf, just react to this video because we know that there are positive side of things, letting you know that just because you had kids out of wedlock or you had sex before marriage, which is the sin itself, having sex before marriage is the sin.
Right.
And the kids are the result of your sin from a woman for the woman.
Right.
So
not only for the woman, for the man too.
Yeah, because the sin itself is having sex outside of marriage.
Right.
So the only difference between a man and a woman is the woman you get to see that she had sex outside of the marriage. But man, he can walk around without flaws because you don't know if he has sex. You know he probably has sex, but he don't look at it as flaw because he don't have the kids or the baggage that come along with having sex outside of marriage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're gonna watch this video. We're gonna, chop it up after the video. Maybe even react a little bit while it's playing.
Yeah.
Lego.
Lego.
Community organizer, and I mean it. In New York, I live in New York. I'm from the Republic of Chad, a former French colony. So in Chad, we speak French, Arabic. I learned English here when I was 16. So 24 in in New York, and I have aspiration to one day become, when I turn 50, the mayor of New York. So how do you
The
see
mayo.
yourself in that light? Politically, or just that light. We won't be Jay-Z and Beyonce, but that light.
Okay, let's go down over there. All right, if you want to just go ahead and answer his question.
I love that what you do for the community. As far as becoming a mayor, that's amazing. I see you doing that. I love to help the community. I'm into fitness coaching on the side. So I could see me definitely in that lifestyle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Okay.
That's tough. And then people get to doing research about you and digging into your business. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to be in the spotlight like that.
Okay.
That's
That's
tough.
why that's the question.
Yeah.
Transparency.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that something that is a deal breaker for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll pop my.
All right. So you did have your balloon unpop for him for quite some time. Why so?
I really wanted to hear his story and get to a feeling for him
Never
because I
touch a
believe
book
in
by
giving
itself.
everybody a fair shot and
Yes.
chance.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Okay.
And then if you live in New York, it's quite a ways.
Yeah. Okay. So we do have our one lady left here. Any questions for you for him?
How do you feel about celibacy?
So even though my name is Christian, I chose to go to a Christian college, Pensacola Christian College. When everybody was going to FSU and having fun, I went to an extremely strict, the strictest Christian colleges, at 18. So, and it was an intentional decision. My faith. How do I feel about it? I think it's an amazing thing to do in the name of discipline. These days, in the name of instant gratification, sex is such a trivial thing. It shouldn't, sex, sharing your energy with somebody else should be sacred. So
Yeah.
it's an amazing thing.
Okay. I like that answer. You are in New York. That is quite a ways. I live here in Tucson.
Yes.
But I'm currently in school for fashion design, and
Amazing.
I want to eventually go to Paris or New York
Okay.
to get my bachelor's. But I do have a question about the kids.
Yes.
Are you sure? How do you feel about 3 kids? I have 3 kids.
Sure. I mean, I used to play soccer professionally, semi-professionally. At the age of 6, my father put us in a basketball school. So these are the things that I could bring. If you have son or daughters, teach them some soccer. I mean, I'm fine with you having 3 kids. The distance, I travel a lot. I was in France. My mother was born in Paris. I have plenty of family in France. Before that, I was in Mexico City.
So you're close.
Travel a lot.
Yeah, I didn't
used
think a long distance would be an issue for
Okay,
you.
it won't be.
Yeah.
But the children won't. I mean, how? If I have a question to ask, the age group and
Yeah, because that was my next question is 17, 12, and 7. And I have 2 boys are the 2 oldest, and my youngest is a girl. So it's like, how do you see yourself when it comes to like teaching the children? Because I think it's a village. We raise these kids with a village. So it's like, you don't have to be dad, but hey, if we life partners, where do you see yourself with my children?
I'm glad I mentioned I'm one of 13 villages. It's
Yeah.
very African. I don't think Africans are scared of villages, but I play like your sons. I see me becoming the best friend, mentor. I'm pretty good in soccer, pretty good in basketball. Maybe they could teach me some American football.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
and I'm a writer. I mean, I feel like I have a package to be an incredible I don't like to step that name, but
I know.
an incredible life partner, like you said.
Influencer, yeah.
Yeah.
Role model.
Yes.
I love the poetry too, so.
Alright, well, I'm gonna have you come on up, come on up. Let's head on over here. Oh, let's go. Okay, so I just have one final question, if you guys are all good.
I'm good.
Okay, so is it gonna be a yes for you for him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
Oui.
Oh, he said
Stretch
it
for
fresh.
yes.
We got
So,
a
man,
match. I'll take this mic, and you guys can go on up. Oh!
and she walk off.
Yes, she walks off with her top tier
Top tier man.
soon to be governor, hopefully.
Yeah, and it's crazy that one of the women on the show with the most kids, the most baby daddies, the most with the internet will say flawed, walked away with one of the most high value men that came on the show today on that particular episode.
Right.
So that proves just because you flawed and you had kids out of wedlock, because that's what it was, that does not mean that you cannot find someone special that will love you in spite of all your flaws.
Right. And me sitting here with my husband
Example.
of 20 years
20 years, yeah.
is another example that you can find love with children. So never let the internet, never let nobody in your circle, your family, nobody tell you that you're not worthy of a husband or a good thing just because you have children. And even if the roles are reversed and you're a man and you do have your kids, don't let nobody tell you that you can't find a woman. You know?
It's all on the individual.
Right.
And that particular woman, she didn't let her kids define her growth.
Right.
And so often women do let kids define their growth because they be the ones stuck raising the kids, while the man off having this little way. So if a woman does not let her kids define her growth and she's still willing to grow and still ambitious about accomplishing something, then whether she got kids or not, she's still a good woman.
Right. And we know people, there's a stereotype with women with kids, and some women with single women with kids are the type that's don't have they might be ghetto, they might not have morals, they might still be clubbing at 40 plus or something, they might still be doing some crazy stuff, but that's not our women.
Yeah. And whether you kids or not, you still mean.
Right. And if you're a good man, you can humble any woman, I believe.
Yeah, and a lot of women with kids, they don't necessarily come anything like I want somebody to raise my kids or that comes like natural.
Right.
But a woman, they might like she didn't say like I don't need nobody to raise my kids.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just show up and be you. A real man gonna show up. It ain't about raising kids. It's a real man just gonna show up and be a man. Right. And I think that's the problem with a lot of people on the internet. A lot of these little podcasts and stuff. They just so selfish. They would want to step up and be a real man. And if I held that thing as far as that more don't want to help nobody. If they're not my kids, I don't want to take care of them. Then I wouldn't be on here right now. We wouldn't be online right now talking to you guys.
Right.
Because I would say I want to hold everything I got inside of me for my people around me, for my kids. I want to all my good, all my morals, all my teaching, all the mentorship. I want to give it straight to my people. I want to give it straight to my kids, nobody else. If that would be the case, then a lot of people would not be fed out of it because we'd just be feeding the people around our family. But a man, if he's a good man, then he needs to spread his wings and be a good man to anybody he can touch.
Right.
Show that father figure to anybody touch. That's why I say a lot of people they think that you take care of somebody else's kid, they make you a simp that's going around here. You a simp because you taking care of somebody else's kids.
So they must be simps too. But they always showing or talking about how they going to serve that community of children, of other people's kids.
How can you? It's conflict. How can you be somebody who's serving the community? I'm doing this and that for the community, but yet you talking about you holding women, so-called holding women accountable because they had kids out of wedlock.
Or holding a man accountable because he stepping into a relationship with a single mom
and he's a simp.
Taking care of him, but he a simp.
But that's actually the internet got it wrong. That's a man that take care of somebody else's kids actually what an unselfish person.
Yeah.
To keep it real, it's a person who's not just about wanting. If it ain't my kid, I'm not taking care. I'm not taking care of somebody else's kid. That's the weakest man because why? He a selfish man, and you got to look at that. What I think so many people fail to realize along what it says about a woman that has kids.
Right.
I think number one, the first thing, if I'm looking at for a long term, if you're looking to hit, then yeah, you might just hit a woman with kids, then you might go on back the way. But if I'm looking for long term, a woman with kids tell me a lot. Number one, she know how to wipe butts.
Hey.
Everybody, you want to talk, keep it real. So let's talk
Yeah.
long term. If you look for better or worse through sickness and health, we got to worry about the
To
sickness
them
part.
do
To
us
death do us
part.
part. So what if you get sick? See, a single woman that no kids, you don't know what she know how to do.
Right.
And a lot of times people get in relationships, and a single one with no kids, and they like, well, she don't even know how to cook.
Mm.
She don't even really know how to take care of a man. So we gotta watch. My bad, it went to 20%, but I think we good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she don't know how to take care of a man.
Yeah.
I should charge that thing.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, you don't even know how to take care of a man.
You don't know if she know how to
if
take
she,
care of a man
yeah, that's
because
what
she
I'm
is
gonna
single.
say. How can you tell the difference between a single woman and with nobody and one with children is that you can see that she can cook. Not only can she cook with love because she's feeding her family.
She feeds somebody.
Not knocking no single women
Yeah.
with no kids, but it just is what it is.
And me personally, I don't really like to do the little test tube food and stuff that people be having from a single woman that don't know how to cook. So and now you get with a woman this new generation, then you will get a woman that's gonna hit you with all them TikTok recipes.
And
you the guinea pig.
Right. Not saying that a single woman again with no kids can't cook, but more than likely she going out to eat.
Yeah.
More than staying home cooking.
Yeah.
Another thing is just a woman with children. She's a nurturer. She's
she know how to nurture.
Natural nurturers, but a woman with kids,
you can see the nurture. So you can see the nurture.
Yeah. So yeah.
And not only you can see if you was to have kids, if you could see how she react with that kid to see how she would treat your kid. So it's a lot of things you pre-see before. It's bad because, like I said, having sex before marriage is a sin. But that's, like I said, that's the sin itself. Having sex before marriage with a woman, you see the result of her sin while she having kids.
When she got kids.
But otherwise, if she don't have no kids, and you don't see the result of her sin, you don't know if this woman that don't have no kids haven't had multiple how many bodies she ate. Why we thinking that woman with kids, you see the body count. She had it on. She got a lot of. That woman that with no kids could have had a whole lot of. She could have had a whole lot more bodies, and not only that is she probably can't even have kids.
Right.
So while we're looking at a single woman, one thing we know, if one with kids, she can have kids. We know if a lot of men they still want kids, they want to raise their generation. So a lot of men they get with women that can't even have kids.
Right.
And a woman will tag you along, making you think she can have. I'm pregnant. And keep tagging you along for years, and you in a relationship with a single woman with no kids, think she can have kids, and she can't the whole time.
I think it's so selfish again, because like I said, I was her. So I think it's so selfish for people to be on the internet and everywhere talking about how a man shouldn't be with a woman with children. When a man, like when you stepped into my children's life, you like really brought something to the table.
A real man.
Yeah, a real man. Teaching my sons, teaching our sons, teaching our,
Yeah, and
why would you not want a child to have that?
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying an unselfish person would want to. I ain't necessarily want to raise nobody kid, but if it comes with it, I'm cool with it because you got to do it anyway. What better practice than somebody else than mine? Some people you ain't got no practice. So you don't even with a baby father. You don't know if somebody gonna be a good father until after you had a kid.
Right.
So we know everybody. We all like, oh, you don't know nothing. You should have chose better. You don't know if a person's gonna be a good father till after you had a kid.
Yeah.
And then I said a lot of times after you had the kids, you no longer like the person.
Right. But see, that's why it's levels to this. That's why God say, don't have sex until you get married. You know what I'm saying? That way you will know the person a little better.
Yeah.
And we tend to break the rules.
And
things happen. And when we young, it happens mostly when we young. And a lot of us didn't have that ideal family with the mom and the dad, even the mentor.
Attentive parents.
To show us what
right
it's like.
direction. Yeah.
Yeah, or the right way to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, decisions were made, but don't let nobody's past dictate who they are. You know,
Yeah.
and
Don't
and
let
and if
your
you
past
are that
dictate you.
single
Yeah.
person, I'm talking to the men
Yeah.
who's talking all this
Because everybody got a
smack
past.
about single women with children. Don't let nobody's past dictate their future.
Yeah.
Because yeah, we all
Because
got a
everybody
past.
you came with kids. I came with a record.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? We both came with baggage. She came with kids. I came with a record. And here's the thing about their record: they both can hinder you from growth.
Right.
They both hinder you. Kids can hinder you from growth. A record can hinder you from growth.
Yeah.
So nobody is more flawed. We all have sin and come short of the glory of God, and that's what the Bible says. So
Yeah.
but no sin is worse than like I say, having sex out of marriage is the sin itself.
Yeah.
The woman showed the result of the sin by which she having kids.
Right.
The man, you can't see the result of the man sin when he haven't been having sex outside of marriage. You can't see the result. So therefore, you can't. It's like he's not flawed or they not flawed because they don't have no kids. But when you got kids, you flawed. We can see your flaws and we can see all that stuff. Don't let nobody tell you that you flawed because you have kids.
Right.
You can still find love, as we see the woman with the most baggage, the most thing that the internet will call, like they said, a lot of videos come out. The man humbles the
on this other balloon pop, man humbles
yeah
single women with kids,
single woman
something
with
of that
kids.
nature.
Yeah,
But it's just ridiculous. It was the negative side of
yeah.
it.
The negative side, they didn't show that the one that actually with the most bags actually went home with the most valuable men.
Mm-hmm.
But the internet, it's not meant to show you the good side. It's meant to show you the dramatified side, to wheel you in, to have your relationship messed up, to have you out here looking for the perfect mate and the perfect woman or man out here that really doesn't exist. Everybody have flaws. If we look for the perfect in everybody, then we're gonna find ourselves short, lonely, and by ourselves and with nobody to wipe our butt when we get old.
Right.
Cause you ain't got no kids.
Right. So with that said, if you are that single mom with children, keep pushing, keep striving, and don't let nobody tell you that you can't do this, that you can't do that, because everything is achievable to you. You might have to procrastinate a little bit, on what you want to get done because you might have smaller children or whatever. Yeah, I mean, well, hold off.
Yeah, hold
Whatever
off.
you
Yeah,
want to say.
yeah, hold off.
You might have to hold off a little bit on
Postpone. Yeah.
fulfilling your dreams or, doing it as big as you want to do it. But you
Or as
can still
fast as
do
you
it
want to do.
or
Yeah.
as fast as you want to do it, but you can still do it. And if you have people like that in your life with that nonsense in your ear, go ahead and get rid of them. Forget about them.
Yeah.
Okay. And I speak with passion when it comes to this because, I was her. And he can talk to the men about it and the women too.
And me
Because
personally, I
he
got a
was
lot to say
him.
because not only was I him, but I was 19 when I started with him. We got married when I was 21, and I was 21. And I said the girl in the book, she said we was married when we were 21. We was married with 21, and by 21 we was together with 5 kids.
Mm-hmm.
We had to have 6 when we got married.
Yeah.
So we had kids.
We actually, yeah. Did we have them before we got married?
Well, we a little bit before, but
Yeah, but
we end up getting married. Why?
yeah,
Because I couldn't let this good woman go, even though she had flaws before. I mean, had kids out of wedlock, but that just still was my wife.
right. So,
And a good man, the Bible says, a good man falls 7 times. So, and that's a good man, that's a good woman, a good person, a Christian person may fall 7 times. So don't let anybody tell you just because you failed that you are now on the abomination
yeah,
side.
like you can't have this and you can't get that. Defeat the odds. I'm
And
telling
work
you.
on yourself. Keep growing closer to God. Keep working on yourself daily, getting better, because that's when you become off the mark and when you're no longer getting better, when you stop striving to grow.
Right.
As we seen the girl in the orange, she was still striving. She was still
Yeah.
growing. She didn't let her kids define her odds and stop her. She's probably one of the most ambitious one on the thing. Well, they said she had kids, but she still, as what she said, she had the most ambition. She had to still had
She
the
was
most.
celibate.
She
She
was
was going to
abstinent.
school,
She was going
doing
to
her
school
bachelor's.
for a
She was
bachelor.
still
She
pursuing.
still had ambition growing, and that's the key thing. You want somebody who still got ambition, who does not let their past define you, because everybody got a past.
Right.
Some people hide from the past. Some people act like they so perfect, like do no flaws, like I'm so perfect, I would never date nobody. But here's the thing about these simps. A simp, man, if you're a simp, then you're an unselfish person. You're somebody who got a compassion to be a giver and not a taker.
Yeah. I just don't get the simp thing though.
They don't even know what they don't
Like,
even know
what
what
the
a simp somebody who you take care of somebody else's kids. No, you just an unselfish person. Like I
Right,
said,
how's that a
we
simp?
live in a generation where everybody is selfish. People are they don't want to do nothing. And I don't understand how somebody can be online saying, don't take care of another man's kid, this and that, having kids out of wedlock, and then you talking about you giving back to the community. But yet you online damaging the community, making a woman feel like she less of a scum because you can see that she done had sex outside of marriage, and the man gets to walk away like, he you can't see his flaws, so he good.
Right.
Everybody
And
has
even a
flaws.
single person.
Even a
They get
single,
to walk away like they ain't got no flaws,
you
but you
don't
don't know what type of disease this
you don't know
person
how
carries.
many
You
bodies
don't know how many bodies. You don't know
because
nothing.
you
You
can't
just
see
think
it.
they pure because they don't have kids. So they worthy. They worthy of love because they don't have kids.
Everybody over 40, they probably got multiple partners.
Right.
And they haven't married yet. So that's what I tell you. If you single, you out here. How did y'all meet? So more than like if y'all how did y'all meet? That she's single, then she done met a lot of men like that.
Right. And
And you don't know.
Yeah, but also that's why you're single.
And that's why you're single, because
you're trying to go out here and pick and choose somebody with no kids, and everybody got kids.
and you never know. You can't love
boy.
shows up in any direction, man. Love does not care if you got kids or no kids. If you once you find love and you find the one that you feel like that's your one, then that's it.
Yeah.
There's no obstacle in the way.
Build.
Because once you start building, you start growing, you like, okay, you got kids, so what? I like you, I'm feeling you. So the
Right.
kids, I can take that because I'm feeling you. And then you get to grow into that person. You're like, I'm feeling you even more. So the kids definitely start, you like, I see y'all, but I'm still focused on you.
Yeah. The only way I can really see people that be online talking about this stuff, or either anybody not dating somebody who got kids, is only because of what they think other people will say. So you must be a people pleaser or something like that. I mean, that's
because average woman or average man ain't looking at no man that he takes somebody else's kid. Like,
can't possibly.
He takes somebody else's
Right.
kid. No, you look at it as a good dude. But the internet, they make it as you a simp.
Right.
You a sellout. You could get any woman you want. But here's what the Bible say. The Bible say, he that findeth a woman findeth a good thing. The Bible didn't say I know man think they the prize. Like, I'm a little light skinned dude. The first day, I wish we could play that, because should you wear tight jeans over 40? I want to know that, man. Me personally, I don't think you should. Anything over 40, you should be wearing tight jeans, especially on the first date.
I don't think you should be wearing them, period. They don't want no baby.
Yeah, because
they from the kids.
Yeah, it cut off your circulation, man.
But yeah,
Cut off your circulation.
it's just crazy. So if you are a woman, again, a single woman with kids, and you're not in a relationship, it's not because you got children.
No, it ain't.
I don't believe so.
No, it ain't.
But don't look for a relationship. Work on yourself. Work on God, because God gonna not send you anything. He gonna send you the perfect man for you.
And he gonna find you. Your man will find you, because God say, he that finds a wife finds a good thing. So a man finds a wife. There's a man finds a wife. A woman don't gotta. Sometimes men show up everywhere. So it ain't about like a woman has a hard time fighting. Men are out there. But a good thing is going to be, it takes a little time to work on that. But you find that when you're working on yourself, and you put yourself in position to be that woman that a man would want to marry, whether you got kids or not. They're not going to look at that when they really love. You don't look kids, all that. That's just come with it. But everybody's not perfect. So you're going to find love, and all that stuff is not going to be looked at. It's going to be looked at for you, who you are. Because that's what matters.
Yeah, everybody not meant to be in a relationship though. So still build upon yourself so that you can make it whole.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for a man to come and bring 50 or 75 or however many percent you want him to bring to the relationship. You might not get married. You just might not. It's a chance. So make that whole yourself. Go in thinking about yourself.
And
Do
you had the kids for a reason. Let them help you out.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you gotta let the kids help you. If you got kids, you might as well let the kids help you out. Don't just let them be just freeloading in the house and then they end up not going to college and doing nothing. So either way, you call yourself trying to help them out and aid in bed, and then if you do have you want them with kids, like we said last week, grown kids, then let your kids help you out. Even if you're able to work, then at least your kids can be the one help you out, so you won't be out there so codependent on a man.
Or thinking you need a man.
Thinking you need a man. Focus on your kids, focus on you, and when the time is ready, the man will appear.
Absolutely.
If it's meant to be.
Yep. So make sure if you like this video, hit the subscribe button, share it. We're trying to get 1,000 views. I mean, not views, subscribers. We're trying to reach our first 1,000 subscribers, and that's gonna take your help.
Yes, it is.
So
let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you gonna give a thumbs down in this video, man, please let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't be one of them computer people that hide behind the screen throwing likes down. I know I see we got a little hater. We ain't put many videos out. We don't get much likes, but I wanted to make this come to attention that I have the past 2 videos. I have been getting a little bit of haters. I know they've been lurking around. I know you somewhere in our subscriber list, so this video is for you. This part of the video is for you. If you got something to say, if you dislike a video, please step out.
Let us know what it is.
Let us know your thoughts in the comment section.
We would like to correct. Yeah. You know, we vibe off of that. So if you dislike, and again, like he said, let us know. We welcome you haters. Yeah. Okay, just let us know what it is. Hi, hater. Anyway, we know this video is not for everybody, and all the videos might not be for everybody. We don't expect everybody to like.
But if you don't like it, you know there's millions of videos around here on the line, so you can welcome to go check that out. But this video right here is for people who want to go from conflict to connection and build a healthy relationship, and because we know it's possible. And all our videos are, because we know it's possible. Not all this hate, men hate women, or women, all this stuff, all this stuff. Everybody has flaws, and everybody is still able to be brought to new in God's eyes. So get close to the cross, and you are made brand new in God's eyes.
That's right. God loves us all the same.
Yeah, it's all the same. No sin is worse than others.
You're not worse than that single girl with no kids.
Yeah.
God loves you the same.
Or that single person over there that's eating all that fat food and stuff, polluting the body. No sin is worse than others. Right. So they have vision.
And together they build the life that they love. Go build.